So Athabasca then.
The chiefs of the local native clans have criticized mining tar sands for oil in the past. As a token of its goodwill, your company helps to supply the local community with essential goods.
So basically we're bribing them. Good stuff. Nice. Alright then, and with that out of the way, welcome back to another episode on the Transport Fever 2 campaign with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to good old Fort McMurray. In the last episode, we already started out here in what I think I remember to be Canada, in one of the last campaign missions on the list, and I have in between episodes just quickly actually taken care of the last mission, which was really just to transport some workers, so nothing you really missed. We had everything already set up, just kind of fast forwarded the time till the workers got there. But today then, we are going to head on with that new mission we just got, and well, hopefully also take care of some other things in order to, within a few episodes, take care of this campaign mission too, and move right on to the next one. But just quickly, before we get going with that one, if you're new around here, and if you happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're trying to hit 1k subscribers at the moment, and we're still a far bit off, so every single person would help out a ton, and thank you so much if you did that. With that out of the way though, we're now supposed to supply the town, so food, shopping options, and local public transit. Technically, I guess we already have the public transit due to moving the workers over, so that's something. But we will have to go and get a good and food delivery set up. So where can we actually get that? Goods and food both being made right there, and both being actually provided in exchange for oil, which is an interesting point. Especially given that we were thus far supplying most of the oil, to my knowledge, to the city. But you can see right here, we've got a lot more tar sands here that oil could be made of, and I think the consumption of the city overall is not even close to matching that sort of demand. So we could go and actually deliver some of that oil down here, and I think we very much should. Now, the question very much being, though, how do we want to do that? I'm kind of contemplating, due to the vicinity, well, to the close vicinity to the river, we could just do boats. I mean, a train would be an option too, but I think, no, let's go for the boats option. I'm not sure how long we haven't done that, but, you know, we may as well do that again. So, let's go and set up a quick cargo harbour. We're going to make it a large terminal here, just to make sure that we can actually also work with this and not have to totally rebuild it in a second. I'm going to plunk down a shipyard right next to that already, and we are then going to go and connect that thing up. So this should be very well in range. Indeed it is, as you can see. And we will then need to go and set up another cargo harbour somewhere down here. I'm going to do that somewhat in the middle, I would say, of the two supply points. The other interesting point, of course, being that we will need to also deliver goods and food this way after the fact. So, I would ideally like to put this somewhere close to the shoreline of the city, so we don't have the hugest of logistic ways, but maybe we put that more somewhere like here, so we're a bit out of the way, and we will go and connect this medium street up like that. Then we can deliver all the food and the goods into Fort McMurray. And we will, of course, also very much have to, maybe more with a cross-regional road here, connect those thingies up with the actual harbour, and we will, of course, also have to put some bus stuff down. The other thing, though, that I quickly would like to take care of is expanding this terminal, then, because I do have the impression here that we will probably need more than one in order to keep up with this. I mean, we will have the ships going back and forth with the oil, we'll have the ships going back and forth with the goods and with the food, so there's going to be a few things to take care of, and I think doing something little like this is probably the best option. Now, other than that, we will, of course, have to go get a truck station out right here. I'm not even going to care much about the alignment. We will go and put an unload stop right there. Actually, that is the wrong thing to do. We're not going to put an unload stop right there. We are instead, of course, going to have to do some truck stations on both of these, because we don't only deliver into these locations, we also pull goods out in the very end. So that is that, and now we will have to create a good bunch of lines. Not like that. This will have to be a separate one, of course. And then we will most certainly also need a road depot right there. As you can see, I mean, I've kind of stopped naming lines at this point, just to keep things a little more simple and not have to spend as much time inventing names all the time. I hope that's fine for you all. If I should resume that, please let me know. We are, of course, still doing that in free play, and I'm never going to stop there. But given the short turnaround time in these campaign missions, I think saving a tad bit of time that way and spending more time on the interesting things in the game makes probably a tad bit more sense. And, you know, in the end, by the time that the chaos gets too big to manage without naming, we've kind of already moved on anyways. So, looking at this, oh yeah, right, this is a bit of an issue. We forgot a teeny tiny thing right here, being that we didn't place a terminal right there. That's why both of these lines now use the same terminal. We don't want that, of course, so just quickly reassigning that. Out here, that is split across terminals, which I would argue is kind of nice. And that should be that taken care of. Okay, so now the thing that we will need is, of course, going to be ships. We're going to need some transport, well, some trucks to transport things. These are seriously big, I have to say. I'm quite sure we have not seen this big ships before. We will go and get like 2 to transport the oil for the time being, and just kind of see what kind of frequency we end up with there. And then we will go and get maybe also 2 for the time being for the food. We'll probably also have to match that to the outputs here, but we do seem to get one sort of unit of goods or bread for 1 unit of oil. So if we just keep that more or less the same 1-to-1, that should be fine. That said, yeah, I mean, in terms of speed and capacity, I think that matches more or less fine. So for every ship that we get for oil, we will get 1 for goods and food, and we're going to be good. Now, do we already have some data here on the rates? We do indeed. It's going to be 168 for the oil, 198 for the good flow back, so not quite perfectly matching. We do technically have more capacity. We do technically also have more demand. So I feel like we are just going to go and add 1 more ship to each of these. I mean, I'm kind of debating, you know, with the goods rates being that much higher, but no, I mean, the thing is that this here on average is like, what is that divided by 3? It's like 85 to 90 of a rate per oil tanker, and we're like 50 apart. I'm not sure if it would be worth it or not. I think we're going to get things running like this for now. Now, what I do want to quickly go through with you all, though, is actually seeing these ships roll off the assembly lines, and that's certainly a bit of a mess of ships there, but let's just kind of look at it like this, alright? And we'll just, you know, look at the beautiful ship that is gonna come off the assembly lines here any second now. The Viola. It is, and it is our first oil tanker then. Absolutely beautiful. Let's wait for the honk, which hopefully is gonna come absolutely beautifully, also glitching through the walls right there. Oh my god, wow, okay. Doing well, doing well. No honk. No associated honks. That is unacceptable. Are you guys hearing one? I'm certainly not hearing one. Alright, fast forwarding then, the next thing should be one of our beautiful new... Wow, I mean, I'm going to spam that river very quickly with ships. Next one on the list should be one of our beautiful new goods shipsies, though. And indeed it is. No honk from that one either. I find that largely unacceptable. Need the honks when running off the assembly lines. Oh well. Okay, so those are going to get going. This thing's going to, hopefully, also load itself up with oil. Well, that is, wait. Let's pause the game. It's not going to load itself up with oil before we actually get some trucks for these lines. So let's go get those. The interesting thing is that apparently the tarpaulin trucks can also carry the oil. So we're probably going to use some of those. The question really being, what of this is the better choice? I mean, in terms of maintenance cost per freight unit, these don't seem to differ much, and this thing's going a tad bit quicker. So, given that these are probably the more interesting ones for both you and me to look at, I think we're going to just go with these. We're going to grab 4, basically just assign 2 to each line, one of these being that one, the other one being that one. Then we can actually check those rolling off the assembly lines as well. I think those should be looking quite cool. Damn. Beautiful. Beautiful American trucks. Like that, most certainly. Very, very nice indeed. Now, why he's waiting for that long, who really knows? But these guys are gonna get going, so that should then mean... Fingers crossed. Yes. You can see right here that we're starting to load up things, which is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, okay. There he goes, actually stopping and all. So that should be good. We don't really have to tell the ships to just load up to the max from the get-go. Because quite honestly, I mean, the task is to deliver, like, any goods or any food at all. So, you know, I would assume that we can even just kind of get going as is and be happy with life ever after. Now, the one thing that kind of springs to mind, though, that I have not taken care of yet is firstly, swapping around the stops on this line, because I am very positive indeed that these are not properly aligned. So this is going to be number 1, and that is going to be number 2, please. Then, the main thing that, of course, we do need is going to be another logistics setup right here. Not going to overdo it here too much with the trucks either, I think. They've very much got some time to deliver things. Probably going to go a bit lighter than on the other route, given... Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe we'll do something similar. Because we will need 2 unload stops here, actually, so that may make more sense. 1 unload stop right here, 1 unload stop right there, and we will go get a single line going for that. So down to there, up to there, and that is going to be our truck line. Now, we should have a road depot here somewhere. Oh, I guess up there. We will go and buy... Let's just do 3. We'll buy 3 of these trucks, and we will assign that to line number 8. And then that should also be taken care of. Now, the time until, well, an actual bit of goods to transport comes in is going to, of course, be a while, because those ships are not the fastest in the world, and this is literally going to the other side of the map, so, you know, gonna have to have a bit of patience there in terms of time until we actually get returns from this, but hopefully, overall, that should work out for us just fine. And I'm really having to say, I love watching these mining trucks. Those are absolutely spectacular. Quite unfortunate that we do not own them. I'm not sure if you ever do get the chance to own these in the game. I kind of unfortunately do very much have the feeling that you don't. But damn, what a great addition to the game this would be, eh? Anyways, moving on. I'm already rambling away. It'll be a bit till the ships actually get all the way down there and then all the way back up with some goods. So I will probably just place a quick cut here, and I'll see you on the other side when we've actually kind of accomplished some of these goals. Alright everybody, so we are back, and this right here is the ship that we are currently waiting for. Our first bits of food, our first bits of goods are on that very ship, and reaching Fort Meier just now. So the trucks should be delivering that stuff soon, and you can see that our oil ships are actually very nicely filled to the brink now, well, except that last one, which is hopefully kind of going to balance itself out over time. Overall, quite happy with that, though, so that should mean that in the future we hopefully also get some profitability out of this line, which, you know, is an often sidetracked factor in my campaign playthrough these days, I would suppose. Here is the first truck, though, with 10 goods on it. And this one should be carrying the food, I hope. Very nice. And that should all be delivered in no time. The goods are already being checked off. And, well, the food, in theory, should actually also be in range of this one, I suppose. Let's see. And, well, then we will get our new mission. I have to say I'm quite surprised. We haven't gotten a single sort of side mission for a bit now. Maybe we get another one soon?
Organizations are protesting against mining the tar sand for oil, which is legitimate, of course. Everyone has the right to freedom of speech and expression. It goes without saying that your company is aware of its responsibility and doing everything in its power to keep harmful impacts to the lowest possible level. You even volunteered to go the extra mile to show that you take environmental issues seriously.
Okay.
The environmental impacts of mining tar sands for oil are extremely minimal. Nonetheless, and without being called upon to do so, your company has committed itself to take additional measures, because responsibility is its guiding principle.
Okay, so, interesting one. Is that actually true? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not sure that is all too true. We will certainly find out if that was sarcasm or not in just a minute. But yeah, so there's our side mission. I guess you just gotta complain enough. Maybe I just complained too much about the side missions being useful and useless and annoying in the past. Who really knows? So find out what actions can be taken at the sedimentary basin, the river, and in Athabasca. And then we've got fascinating fossils as well, which I guess we will check out in just a second. But first things first, let's check out the question marks.
The wastewater from oil production is stored in settling basins. They are absolutely leak-proof. But in order to allay even the last fears out there, your company has decided to install additional seals.
Okay, so deliver plastic to the settling basin, wherever we get that one from. Then we've got this.
Your company monitors closely with regard to any environmental impacts. The healthy fish in the Athabasca River offer proof of the always impeccable readings.
You are joking. How do I catch a fish? Click. Hello there, Salmon School. I guess that's not the marked area, is it?
This specimen presented deviates
just had to click the question mark. Okay. Deviates minimally from the norm. Okay, this is where the sarcasm starts, right? Now we catch more otherwise, and they're basically like lighting up at night or something, but no concern to be had whatsoever, everyone. Let's see. I'm quite sure that's what's going to happen here.
The readings make it clear that things couldn't be better. The slightly increased levels of some substances lie within the tolerance range.
I don't know. Another anomaly. Okay. Okay, catch. Wait. Did I break it just now? No, I think we're just done with that task, basically. Okay, so Athabasca then.
The chiefs of the local native clans have criticized mining tar sands for oil in the past. As a token of its goodwill, your company helps to supply the local community with essential goods.
So basically we're bribing them. Good stuff. Nice. Earn money by transporting goods to Athabasca. Okay. So, I guess we do that. I don't know. Let's go and get a country road. Maybe a medium one even going so things can actually wait. That's 80 kilometers an hour. Let's get a large country road going so my trucks can go 100 kilometers an hour right across this river here. 2 new vehicles. Oh, that thing looks sick. That thing looks awesome. Kind of a pity though, we don't have to transport any passengers ever at all probably in this campaign, but I'm sure that we will eventually get to play around with one or the other high-speed train. In our free play mission, of course, we've already had the Shinkansen in the campaign too, so, you know, that is that. Anyways, let's go and plunk down a truck stop right over here. And we will then go and get a new line going between here and Athabasca. And buy a truck for it, basically. Then that should slowly but surely just get going by itself, I hope. And we should be golden. Hopefully. Right, supporting the community. I never even brought you guys goods. What do you mean? I'm so confused. Somehow we have apparently taken care of that. I guess just getting the goods line going already counts as that? I am not entirely sure. But we've got it done. Now the last thing to be taken care of is delivering plastic. And we also want to check the side thing out. So I guess we're just going to check that out first to see if it's something that's going to take a little longer that we can maybe already get going ahead of time. A number of petrified bones were discovered by chance while mining the tar sand oil reserves. Stop work for the time being to find out what it's all about.
Apparently, the bone fragments found deal with a well-preserved dinosaur skeleton. A team of scientists want to take a closer look at it. You have offered your help with the excavation work.
Okay, and now we do actually transport people. So transport the research team from Fort McMurray to the dig site and help them with the excavation using the smallest terrain tool. Really? How am I supposed to do that one now? Oh, this is another one of these annoying and unnecessary missions, isn't it? I should have never taken this. Can we even... Wait, were we even able to get... We were not even able to build here, so am I supposed to transport them there if I can't even connect the street to that street? Maybe we try and just excavate? I'm not entirely sure that that's like... Let's just raise the strength there a bit, shall we? Let's just max the strength there a bit, shall we? Whoa! One could certainly say that that's an excavation well done. I don't know how to transport them there, to be honest. Can I get a street going, like, on the outskirts? Oh, yeah, okay. So we will do that, I suppose. Oh my god, the sloping of that street. Wow, okay. We will do this. Do that, connect that up right there. And what I'm literally just going to do, we're going to go do this the easy way, okay? Well, that is after building a little tram stop right here. Because they do, of course, have to get off somewhere. We'll literally just, like... No, we're not going to do a new line. We're literally just going to go for line 3 and add this as a station. And hope that way they get there. Oh, we did dig up the bones. Okay, so that's done. I never saw that. So the excavation part, I suppose, worked. I hope that transporting the research team thing does work like this too. Now for the delivering plastic part. We can apparently get plastic here in exchange for oil, which in that case, I suppose it's quite nice that we did not actually move all the oil, but just parts. I am quite happy with that. The thing that I'm actually wondering about is what in the world are we doing with this airport again? Oh right, we were transporting in machines. Which I don't even think we need machines anymore, to be honest. Are these planes transporting anything at all? Is there one in the air right now? Is there anything stored here right now? No. Okay, so I think we can reuse that to transport the plastic to over there, but we will have to provide a bit of oil to this spot first. So we're going to go build another cargo harbour, I suppose. are going to beautifully insert that into the landscape, basically. And we are going to go and pull out a teeny tiny street from here. With a little bit of luck. Oh boy, okay, there we go. With a little bit of luck, this would even be in range, so we don't have to get trucks going. It is, okay. We may have to get trucks going between these two, though, unfortunately. I hope kinda not, but it feels like it's too far away. Yeah. Then again, I don't want to go to vehicle manager. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is not in range. We'll have to go get trucks going between that. But what we can do is get a line going from here all the way over to there and get another oil tanker on the way there, basically. To line 10, that'll go and ferry some oil over here, which will go and provide us with the plastics, which we're then eventually going to go and build a truck stop for, and ferry that over to the airport, get the airplanes to transport that instead. I hope they even can. Maybe we'll have to buy new ones, we'll find out. Then we'll get the plastics over there, get that mission out of the way, and move on to the next one. But that has to be something for the next episode, unfortunately, everyone, as the time for today's one is already out. I hope you all enjoyed it, though, as usual. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button down below. That does always help out a huge ton with the video performance. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.